Have you ever wondered how people can just stay so motivated, stay so consistent, and you want to figure out how can you do it? How can I build that consistency? How can I stay that motivated? So there's a story I wanted to share when I was in the army. I'll never forget this as long as I live, right? My drill sergeant, he was like, all right, everybody that I named this time, you're going to be either in A train or B train. And I was like, oh, bet. So A train is fast and B train is slow. So, and he go, Murph, B train. And I was like, what? So I went to a drill sergeant. I was like, hey, what happened? He said, Murph, it's two people in life. You got A train and B train. Which one you gonna be? And I remember when he said that, just like that, just black and white. I knew I had to compete, not necessarily with people, but with myself. I had to force myself to run faster. What I mean, stay up with the rest of everybody else that's being consistent and being motivated to get a faster time. I had to be like them in order to get there. And that was one of the parts of my life when I started to really understand and discover, like, you got to be around people who are doing something, creating something that when you get in that environment, it just rubs off on you. Most motivation techniques fail. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, and it's not to be mean, but it's just really just like dopamine shots to your mind. When you're doing something just in the moment, just to feel like you're doing something better, that's always good when you start. I'm not saying like don't start. It's the doing it after it's done, doing it after the initialness of how new and this feels great. When it starts to get mundane and boring, that's when you got to stay with it. That's really the biggest key, is getting over the initial newness of it all when you start something, and staying just focused on it. It has to become a discipline, for real. And another thing that about me that I also had to make a discipline out of, I'm a choreographer, I'm a dancer. So, you know, when I had to get good fast now, I didn't have a choice. I had to jump levels now and learn new choreography, a new a vocabulary way of dancing, and a way of showcasing skill sets and stuff like that. Like, getting to these getting to these different levels now and fast, and having to compete, with myself, and force myself and push myself as far as that I can possibly go to get to these next levels. It's like, if I didn't see other people around me doing it, I would have never thought of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I get there's a level of that you can be motivated and push yourself, but you have to see other people do it. You have to get around other people doing it. That's really key. Your environment is going to make or break you how your mindset is going to grow forward. You only know what you know. And you'll have your common obstacles, you'll have your fear, you'll have your expectations. You won't know, as far as like what you're going to be motivated for. You got to find the vision. That vision is so vital for you. Like, and that vision is only something that you can see. There's something else that I learned in life too. Like, even though if you can tell people what you see and how you see it, you, everybody vision is different. And some people aren't, I don't want to say clairvoyant, but some people aren't, aware enough to understand what you're saying. When you do bring life to that vision with words or whatever the way that you express that, that's not something that you can always force on people. So you have to be able to understand and learn to live with that alone, no matter how excited it can be, no matter how excitement you want to tell people. Just whatever vehicle it is, express yourself, and that will tell people. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes people can't really hear the verbiage. They got to see the result of what's happening for them to understand how passionate you are about it. So when I say what fuels you, what sparks you, what brings you that drive to want to go do something, how creative are you? I think creativity is so highly lacked in society these days. I think that's like that muscle of creativity, man. And excuse me when I say this, but it's so therapeutic, man. You when I'm creating things, creating content, drawing, dancing, going to the gym, working on my body, creating a better body. It's all these creative things that I'm doing, and it feels good. You know, the passion to bring something out of your mind that you saw. So for those of us who hit the gym a lot, when you saw yourself as a more fit version of yourself, you went to go sought out the information. You went to go get, the needle and the chisel. You went to go, oh, I'm sorry, the hammer and the chisel, and you went to go cut yourself out of that. You got the information. You went to the gym. You got the food. You meal prepped, and you did it over time. You created a whole new body. You created a whole new body to walk in and be in. That creation of something that you see and you bring it to fruition to yourself. It's so much value in that. And for me, that's what drives me to do whatever it is that I see fit, like create these videos to help and inspire other people. It's that muscle, man, and it's just a lacked skill set, a lacked really focus that I feel like a lot of people should be on. Define your value system, straight up. Your intrinsic, extrinsic rewards, if you rather. Your what is more important, external or internal to you. Like I always mention, for me, having a body that I like to be in, that I feel good in, that I feel athletic in, that brings me value. You know what I mean? That's something that I want to bring myself. So in order for me to go do that, I have to go to the gym. I have to eat right. Anybody that wants to learn from me, I do have my coaching services link in the bio that I can help you get into your best shape of yourself as well. But that brings me value. That should bring you value. That's going to be huge on your recovery journey anyway. But you got to define what about those things is more important to you. Is your motivation to get in shape more important than you wanting to eat out? You want to go hang out with people and get and eat with the boredom. I'm not trying to say like that for real, but that's really what it is. A lot of times it's just eating out of boredom, straight up. So but what's more important to you, the taste of something that's going to be temporary, or the everyday that you have to wake up in this body that you got to use? That kind of stuff is what you got to weigh out when it comes to your vision. And that's one thing. There's other things I understand that you got to balance out with, but for your mindset's sake, on your way to staying consistent after motivation is not going to keep saving you. You can't keep getting motivated every single time and on and off, on and off. Stick to it. Stick to something. You feel what I'm saying? Be creative along the way. I promise you, you can do and build new skill sets, build new paradigms, build new habits for yourself. Be more positive, uplift yourself. Make it a habit to uplift yourself every single day and not have to look for external validation. Your internal validation is the most important thing when it comes to all of this. Finding your true passion in life, that's just going to have to come along with you taking steps and trying stuff and trying different things in order to actually hone in on what you find important to you. That's going to take time. That's not like something that you can pick up today. But if you have interest in something, I highly suggest that you just find more information about that. You know, to be motivated is just to have the want. You got to want to. You got to go learn information about stuff that you want to build. You can't just manifest the manifest thing. You can't just manifest that. It won't work like that. You won't just walk into it. Because today you feel like it was a good day to feel deserving of how good the day is. I understand that, but it's not about to just land in your hand like that. It's not. I promise you it's not. There's so much information on YouTube of any kind of passion, of any kind of way. Also with the things of AI, like you can learn so many things in order to expand yourself. and find ways to get to what you want to see for yourself, what you want to see in this world, in this reality, if you rather. And it's just creative, being creative every single time that you pick up anything at the palm of your hand. You feel what I'm saying? That's the motivation, because it's becoming so convenient for you to be able to learn so much. That should be the motivation, because you don't even have to work so hard to get information anymore. Be creative with this. Be creative with this time and this era in life that we live in. I got a few ways that I keep motivation locked in. Like for me, I've created a background for my phone, a dream board on my phone. So when I wake up, I see the things that I put on my dream board that are my focus. That keeps me locked in on what's happening and what I need to be paying attention to and what's important in my life. It's those small things of seeing stuff. You already have so many things in the world distracting you, trying to get your attention, trying to advertise you and things of this nature and all these other things. You have so many things distracting you every single day. I promise you, because your phone is the first thing that you see. If you put a dream board, make a wallpaper. They have apps for it, or I can show you how, whichever one. You can make a dream board of the things that you look forward to in your life. So when you wake up, you see that. That one simple thing, that one simple like twist or whatever, or just add to my life, like has made me feel better about what I'm working for and having a vision for the day, getting my tasks done. It's small tweaks to your daily routine that's going to keep you locked in. The small tweaks. I used to really overlook the small steps when I was younger, for whatever reason, trying to hurry up and hop to the destination, whatever the case may have you. You can't skip detail. Something else that I learned in the Army too: slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Like you can't skip the detail. You have to walk to run. You feel what I'm saying? And this entire process of life up until this moment, by doing these small tweaks, like not being able to see, not being, because you're, like I said, you have to see. Reading that every single day, like I got this, I got it. Okay, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm who I am, what I'm trying to do. And that's how you gotta be. That's how you gotta want. You gotta have that desire. You gotta go after that. That is you. You can. You can be focused on that. You can cut out time for this. You can cut out the distraction. You feel what I'm saying? You can build that new skill set. It's possible. Yeah, it's hard. I thought it was hard too, but you can definitely do it. It's possible to do this. It's possible. Straight up. You got to focus on you, and you got to really be about what you say and just really lock into the situation. Quit letting people take you out of the like this whole entire year is about you, because it's your time. You've been putting in a lot of work in the back. You've been putting in a lot of work in the back cave. You feel what I'm saying? It's time to lock in. This is the time to unleash who you are and what you're gonna be and how creative you are gonna be. Unleash that. Quit being scared. To be scared of what anybody thinks of you at this point. It shouldn't even be. You should have so much no contact of that. Go, just do it. Repetitious. Don't be scared of you. If it's one thing also that I learned about when I was dancing and traveling and stuff like that, like don't be scared of you. Don't be scared of you to get on stage. This is the choreography. You made the choreo. You know what I mean? It's showtime now. Now you gotta get on TV. This. You gotta get focused. You gotta lock in. This ain't any more of the procrastination that you need to have in your life. There, you don't have to overthink. You just have to start and keep going, and just put it all the way in. That's how the motivation stays. That's how you stay consistent with all this. Your small wins every single day is going to teach you to stay with that, because it's going to catapult to a bigger step. If you go to the gym and you eat right every single day over the week, that over that entire week, that is a whole entire leap. You feel what I'm saying? But it's the focus in today. It's the present moment. Be present. Be present right here, right now. Quit worrying about quit worrying about things that's out of your control. In the moment is in your control. Straight up. Let your passion speak for you. Just let your passion speak. You ain't gotta talk so loud. Just relax. Just let your passion speak. Just keep going. Quit letting things bother you that shouldn't bother you, that shouldn't be in your mind living rent free. There is nothing else to worry about as far as you are in this moment watching this video. These are the kind of talks that I wish that I had when I was younger, from people to tell me to lock in. You got to lock in. Whatever age you are, whatever today is, wherever you at, you have to lock in this moment if you really want to see progress for you in your life. You feel what I'm saying? Change your life. The passion, find the creation, find the vision to create. Get your creativity, work that muscle. You feel what I'm saying? Read that book, get that knowledge, watch that video, gain that knowledge, execute. You feel what I'm saying? Learn this, build that. Move here. You don't need everybody's validation. You just need yours. You feel what I'm saying? God's opinion, if anything. You know what I mean? That's the only two. You feel what I'm saying? You you have to lock in. Quit worrying about what everybody thinks of you, because it's paralyzing you. You feel what I'm saying? Your mindset's only going to change when you start to go against what you've already been comfortable with. Yes, it's gonna suck. It's gonna take time. You're gonna have to. It's gonna take a second. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be heavy. I know. Trust. I know. I know it's gonna be heavy. Still heavy. But in order to get yourself into a better mood and a better mindset, you have to really analyze what you have in the moment and what you can do at the moment. Be, Becoming the best you is over the other side of the work, the pain, the not today. You know what? I guess I can hang out with you and go like that stuff is gonna keep you in the moment, because it's the temporariness. You don't want the temporary things. That's what's gonna keep you in the same comfortability. You gotta change. That's the to be motivated is because you gotta change, because you want to, because you have no choice. You feel what I'm saying? This is the choice you made. You want to be consistent. You want to be motivated. This is how you do it. Change your mindset, change your life. You feel me? To be honest with you, like my drill sergeant had said, you got people that's A trained and B trained. Which one you gonna be? You feel what I'm saying? The competition is you, straight up. It's you that's got to get up. It's you that's got to get in that body. It's you that's got to go home with your body. You know what I'm saying? You can be focused. You feel what I'm saying? You can be you. You got this. Yes, it's gonna suck, but you got this. I promise you. I promise you can. All that trauma you've been through, all that 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 energy was just so heavy on you. All of that. Take all of that and turn it into something positive. I promise you can. Just make the decision. You know what I mean? You can be whoever it is that you see yourself be. If you want to become the best version of you, that is something that you can make the choice of today. So I hope my message finds you well. I'm Fonzie Murph, and I'm out. Peace.